Which of these is a blue-green color? Magenta. Which of these transport inventions came after the others? Hot air balloon, hovercraft, jet engine. Which of these songs was a hit the earliest? Raspberry Beret, Blueberry Hill, Blackberry Way. Which of these women did not present TVs? Blue Peter. Which of these is a famous artist? Which of these is a vegetable? Which of these can be determined by the Ishihara test? Deafness. What dance show began as an interval act at Eurovision 1994? Which of these do you need to play bridge? Which of these films is not set in Sheffield? Which of these is not a real Charles? Which of these is a North American? Which of these creatures has only 2 legs? Which of these songs was a UK #1 hit? One More Night, One Moment in Time, One for Sorrow. Who was the first character to be born on EastEnders? A bugbear is a cause of what? Which of these dog breeds is the smallest? Which of these bones is found in the leg, not the arm? Fibula. Which of these music? King Willow is a personification. The character John Rambo first appeared in. Which of these countries was an Ruth Bader Ginsburg was best known as. Which of these is not classed as a wading bird? In the hotel industry, B&B. Which What is the main ingredient of the dish pilaf? What is the classification of a cucumber? What type of geographical feature is a tarn? Where on the body would you wear a diadem? Close relatives are known as your own flesh and what? The Marathon des Sables is a race in what African desert? Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport is in what US state? Rocky Mountain Metropolitan Airport is in what US state? California, Colorado, Connecticut. The House of Baratheon features in which TV series? Located in Cheshire, what is Jodrell Bank? Sharpening the blade of a tool is known as what? Who coached England when they won the 2003 Rugby World Cup? What name is given to the weight on the end of a plumb line? What part of a drum kit is sometimes called the kick drum? What part of In The Simpsons, what are Itchy and Scratchy? Silver chloride was once widely used in what industry? In which sport is the wearing of one glove common? In which sport? If a man is in drag, what kind of clothes is he wearing? In Germany, what genre of fiction is a krimi? A Perfect Contradiction was a hit album for which singer? A Perfect Contradiction. What film has the tagline, "Catch them if you can"? What film has the tagline, "Catch them if you can"? Shaun the Sheep, Animal House, The Silence of the Lambs. Who is the principal leader of the Church of England? What type of trousers were usually worn by Tintin? What is measured by an odometer? What is the name of West Ham United Stadium? Which of these sporting venues is not in Merseyside? Which of these is another? Which of these or Which of these Which of these was Nicole Kidman? In China, a sampan is what mode of transport? Which of these sitcoms appeared on TV first? The Thin Blue. Which of these words? Which of these? Which of the members of Girls Aloud have the surname Tweedy? Which of these was? What type of food? A decennial period.